Questions on X for both of these squads coming in today. Mitchell Myers was a fifth year last year for this Dartmouth squad, won 84% of the team's faceoffs a season ago. Likewise, on the other side, Brendan Coyle for the Bison of Bucknell won nearly 69% of their faceoff. The ball is up, and we are underway, and the 2025 season has begun for the Big Green of Dartmouth. Mason Morrell in goal for the Big Green this afternoon. The senior out of Atlanta, 1-7 last year in his time in the cage. And this was also an issue for Dartmouth at times last year, getting the clear, and they can't right here. They fail on their first clear attempt. It's Mike Meyer bringing it across, dropping it down low, and Davis wastes no time scoring. Just 25 seconds in, the Bison find the back of the net. Goal number 14 of the season for Connor Davis.
And they're going to want to focus on him, but in transition there's just no way. The numbers were down, and Davis is not going to miss from that range. And not really the start Dartmouth wanted, but, still a long way to go.
Ball goes into the cross now. Thomas Power, another one of the transfers on the roster for this Big Green team, comes from Colorado College, 40 goals a season ago. Colorado College, a Division III program. He was an All-American as a first year. This one let towards net, and it's through. First ever collegiate tally for Tyler Julin, and the Big Green locked the game up at 1.
Yeah, it wasn't much to that, just a great individual play by Julin. He saw his opportunity, got to the middle of the field, and had a good angle to it and put it home, and we're 1-1. I think Bucknell would wonder how there wasn't a second defender there on that. If you look at the replays, it's a good shooting spot. Well, there was. It was just late.
It comes wide now to William Stahl. Paradine working his way back. Good scoop back behind the net that time by Power. Power chucking to the front. Power! Zanelli makes a last-second save. Ball still loose in front. Possession will come here to Pickering, and that will bring us slow to the action. Up top it comes to Quinn Moore. 7 goals a season ago. Has that heavy shot. Returns to Colin McGill. Working for Max. This is Power. Weaving his way to the front. Fed towards the front. McGill had it in and out of the cross. It comes loose. Big Green keep possession. Thrown up wild. It gets here into the cross. Bounced and scored. Thomas Power. His first ever tally as a member of the Dartmouth College Big Green. 2 straight for Dartmouth. They lead 2-1. Ball finds its way into the cross of Anthony Panetti, a first year out of Maryland. Panetti bringing it across the line. Play towards the front. Deked and scored by Meyer. Beautiful control there by Meyer to lock the game up at 2. Davis working from the alley. Davis with a cut. Trouble with the catch that time for Power. He's able to recover. Power getting worked over. Power spinning. Power towards net. That one's blocked down. Touch will be given here by the Bison. 1 penalty is up. Sprinting back into the action is going to be Jack Tully. Still 24 seconds of man-up time for the Big Green. Shot clock and man-up time is pretty much synced in. Power holding, looking, feeding to the front. Monty looks like he hit towards the net. This one shuffled in. Backhand attempt by McGill goes wide, but the shot clock reset. Just 9 seconds left on the man-up opportunity, though. This is just the second ever matchup between these two teams. Bucknell winning 15-13 last year down in Lewisburg. They got off to a phenomenal start in that game. They scored the first 7 goals of the game. First 5 actually coming the opening 4:17 of that contest a year ago. Driving in towards net. This one tucked home. Cam Doolin with the finish. His second of the season. And the advantage has gone back to the Bison here with 6:31 to go in quarter number 1.
Didn't look like he had much of an angle for that, but he found room to stick it in the top corner. And again, that might be a momentum. I think that's why you're getting a timeout from Dartmouth here, is that they sense it, and they want to stop it where it is now.
2025 season underway for the Big Green, but it's the visiting Bison with the advantage here in the first. 3-2, Bucknell on top.
From a tactical standpoint, you see that the ride, as you said, it's bringing. There's one person open, and that's why Zanelli's coming out of the net to get them, and Dartmouth must have seen that on tape.
Rip towards net, bar down, finish this time for Grandolfo.
Grandolfo had a tough angle there again. The second goal in a row that went high from a tough angle. So maybe some questions for Dartmouth there, but either way, Bucknell leads 4-2. Grandolfo played for Fairfield Prep, close to where I grew up. That's definitely a lacrosse hotbed down there. A lot of lacrosse players come out of there.
18 goals for him a season ago. Already 9 here, counting the one he's tallied this afternoon in 2025. Bison 4-10 a season ago, 2-6 in the Patriot League. They've gone 2-6 in conference each of the last 2 seasons. As Meyer lets go, Morrell got a piece of it on the way by, so the shot clock will pump back up to 60. It's going to be Davis. Instead, he'll slide up top. Hopkins. Meyer. Trying to shoulder off against Gogan. DiGiovanni offered some support. Henry Boykin bounces towards net. Morrell gets a piece of it.
Yeah, it's going to be rough when it gets to conference play, but they know that. That's why they're out here today.
Off of the timeout taken by the Big Green. Shot clock again was reset, so this possession really working its way down. Gogan throws a stick, nearly forces the turnover. Meyer worming his way right to the slot. Meyer lets fire, and it comes just wide. Gray skies here in Hanover. As Ray just said, just over 20 degrees. There is snow in the forecast, but not till much later. We should get through this game cleanly this afternoon. Knock on wood. Ball skips over. This is Boykin. Shot clock winding its way down with 12 ticks to go. Boykin muscling his way to the front. Morrell's able to make the save. Loose on the deck. Scooped up and taken away by Joe Hazelby. Morrell working it wide into the stick of Jesse Phelan. And again, we're seeing an aggressive ride. Zanelli gets back into the cage, but quickly it comes ahead. Power breaking alone. Power puts it home. Great look on the back end to stretch it up to Power, and Power finishes for his second of the afternoon. 528 faceoff wins in his career in the Upper Valley. Bison back on the attack. Davis calling for some motion. Goes into the cross here of Doolin. Doolin, little quick pass. Bounded towards net. Morrell's able to make this save. And he pulls it back into the crease. Nice little look away that time from Doolin. Quick shot towards the cage, but Morrell's able to come up with the stop, his fourth.
A 2 in a row for Morrell as well.
O'Neal looking, net, voided, goes the distance. How about the long distance pole goal coming from Griffin O'Neal? Locked up at 4.
See that in some highlights somewhere.
That was Meyer, chasing him down. The size of Meyer. How about the speed that time?
Must have played football somewhere at some point.
Big Green can't maintain possession. Chance again coming here for the Bison to try and counter. Beezer carries across, but knocked down coming across midfield. No call coming. Numbers coming back for the Big Green if they can try to push. It's in the cross of McGill. Fed down low. Let fired, and Zanelli's able to make the stop on the offering from Hopper Zappatello. 13 games played for Hazelby a season ago. Steady presence on the back end as Nate Davis with a jump in his step, fresh out of the substitution area, was looking for an angle. Zappatello with it wide. Comes up, Ventarola lets fire, and Ventarola scores. Big Green back in front.
And Bucknell's not going to be happy about that. Ventarola did not need much space, but it was a great pass, but he should have been covered there. They had 3 blue shirts there.
We'll see Alex Jesse work his way back on. Julian just a first year. Jesse also a first year. Quinn Moore not a first year. Ball's in his cross right now, the senior. Zappatello. Quick feed to the middle, sent towards the cage. How about the save made by Zanelli? Ball comes back to Power. Shot clock pumped back up to 60. Skip pass looking for Moore. Takes a ricochet. Now Moore lets the heavy shot go. Another save for Zanelli. Ball in a tangle of bodies up front. McGill trying to get after it, but it's pulled out of the fray and taken by Tallarico.
Yulin, who had the first shot there from point blank range.
Paradine.
Bucknell indeed backing off a little bit here with their ride.
He'll bring it across. Now we're junior Emmett Paradine looking for his first of the afternoon. It's loose, but doesn't go across the line. Yes, it does. Zanelli made the initial save. It was bounding behind him. Signal was slow to come from the officials, but it finds its way across line to Big Green, their first multi-goal lead of today. Looking for options. Shot clock again winding down. 12 seconds to go. Towards the front, shoveled towards the net. McGill can't come up with it. Loose. Batted over the end line. Possession will stay with Dartmouth. Just 5 seconds, though, on the shot clock.
4 is up.
It'll be Power. Has to try and make a move. Power on a full-out sprint towards the cage. Beats the buzzer.
Did he beat it? It looks like he did. They're talking about it, but indeed he did. That's going to stand. That's a heck of a play. And again, another breakdown, I think, there with the way the clock goes for Bucknell. It can't be that easy with 5 in the shot clock to get in. We won't be able to see the clock, I don't think, here. It's kind of out of the camera range right there, but somebody else has got to be there. There's 5 in the shot clock. Somebody's just got to be there to take them out.
Uses a pick back behind the net. Quick feed to the front. Zappatello offers down low, looking for McGill. They've tried to work that a couple of times to McGill in the front of the net, but it's been well defended by Bucknell this afternoon. Looking for some space. Meyer chased back. Grandolfo somehow comes away with it. Worked in down low. Hopkins, quick feed towards the front. Finds its way to Davis, who fires, and Morrell makes the save. There is a penalty coming against the Big Green. Berrigan back to Kovacs. Meyer. Quick feed. Kovacs looking for an angle. Now weaves and scores. How about that shot by Kovacs? What a finish.
And just a great individual shot as well. He kind of leaned one way and then went back to the near post, which is always tough for a goaltender who's moving the other way, and just perfectly placed. And that's a big goal in the game. Bucknell was in some trouble here. First goal in almost exactly a quarter, 15 minutes and 16 seconds, and they're right back in it.
As the Bison look to try and get this back to a one-goal game, stopping a 5-0 run by the Big Green with the finish by Kovacs on the man-up opportunity. Brunner skips it back, let go towards net. Morrell got a piece of it on the way by. Shot clock pumps back up to 60. A race to the sideline. And possession will go to the Big Green. How about the hustle? It works over to Power. 2 goals already on the afternoon. He's the only repeat goal scorer for either side here today. Making his Division I collegiate debut after spending 2 years at Colorado College. Now Davis, a jump in his step, fresh off the bench. Pardine, let's go, and he tucks it in the corner.
The top corner of that goal has been busy. Another one to just inside the upper 90, as they call it right there, right? And that's a perfectly placed shot. Not much anybody can do about that. And Dartmouth has the 3-goal advantage back.
His second of the afternoon. And that time you see working low to high, maybe losing a little bit of balance there as he's getting knocked off the ball. Down to 25 seconds as it's being pulled wide. Power. Getting ready to make his move with 20. Power to the middle. McGill, let's go, and McGill scores.
Simple but effective, right? Just came across McGill coming across the other way. Little misdirection and fires top. That's where most of the goals today have gone. Top corners. And give Dartmouth credit for hitting their spots.
29 straight games with a goal for Colin McGill, picking up his first here in 2025. Led the team with 28 tallies a season ago. Everything blanketed right now. Shot clock down to 15. Grandolfo, a quick turn. Doolin. Shot clock down inside 10. Go time for the offense. They find Davis. He bounces. Morrell gets a stick to it. Shot clock pumps back up. Yielded 8 goals in just over 44 minutes of play. Doolin working up top, using a screen. Skips it over. Meyer comes to the front. There's Davis, and he scores.
I don't know how they lost him there. He was wide open first time all day. I think that's a good halftime adjustment for Bucknell. A little more misdirection, and it left Davis wide open, and there's no way in the world Morrell has a chance from that range.
Just great ball movement, great motion that time. We saw Davis near the top of the structure. This time you see him towards the backside of your screen just leaking in. And so Big Green a chance to try and get that one back, and if not, in the first touch, they'll go a man up.
Coach Fedorka pleading his case below us.
Stahl lets it go. This one ricochets out. Flip back in the air. No possession granted yet. Zappatello will track it down. Jesse works it down low. Power spinning. Little dodge towards the front. Can't find it. We're back to even strength here with just inside 11.5 to go in quarter number 3. McGill lets go. And McGill's got his second of the afternoon.
It was a frustrating turn of events there for Dartmouth, but McGill said, I'm just going to take things in my own hands and rip it at the goal. And he found the right spot. Kind of the element of surprise right there, I think.
6 times with multiple goals last season for McGill, the senior out of Pennsylvania. Brunner, his dad Steve, played collegiate lacrosse, and he played it here in the Upper Valley. Member of the Dartmouth lacrosse team once upon a time. Quinn Moore with it up top. Dartmouth 0 for 4 on the man up this afternoon. Quick feed towards the front, push towards the net, and Zanelli's able to make the save. Clamps down on it. Now we have a whistle. I think Dartmouth player stepped into the crease. Correct. Grandolfo spinning.
Connor Davis way out top right of your screen right now.
Now looking for an angle. Let go towards net, and it's through. Sean Berrigan with the finish.
It's a big goal, and again, just like a Dartmouth goal earlier in the game, Berrigan got himself in a good spot, and Dartmouth was looking to help, but the help was too late, and a good place to shoot it from, and it's a nice low shot, and Bucknell's got another goal.
Power dancing with it. Looking to try and make a move. A little spin dodge. Power towards the net, and it's in. Thomas Power, have yourself a Dartmouth debut. A hat trick for the junior out of Colorado to go along with an assist. He's got a 4-point afternoon, and his team leads by 4. Quick little turn and quick little finish. Big Green rolling right now here in Hanover. Had 11 points in his first-year campaign. 6 goals to go along with 5 assists. This is Panetti. Looking for an angle. Bounces towards net. Morrell makes the stop. Davis being again pushed to that far alley. Berrigan leaving up top. Morrell gets a piece of it as it pops back up. Another save for Mason Morrell. That was a seed towards the net, but a good stop for the netminder. Meyer trying to get free. No space against Gogan. Again carried to the outside. Now working from X. Little feed towards the front. Grandolfo will leave. Davis swims, fires. Shot never gets through. Follow-up attempt comes. Now we have a flag that'll fly on the play. Meyer. Davis hunting the hat trick. Scored 3 times against Dartmouth last year down in Lewisburg. They work it to the middle. It comes back. Davis, a clean lane, and there it is.
You can see him release a little frustration right there. He put everything he had into that one. It's one of the few good looks he's had all day, and he probably was going to miss that. And we don't have advanced metrics to see how fast that was moving, but it was coming pretty good, and not much chance for Morrell was by him before he could react.
Power backing away. Shot clock winds inside 30 as Power carries to X. Little spin back behind the net, back up top. Trouble with the catch that time. And over and back is going to be the call. Against the Big Green. Possession will come back to the Bison. A chance to get to within 2. They're trying to go quickly before Dartmouth can get organized. Meyer lets it go, and Meyer scores. Michael Meyer, his second of the afternoon, a turf burner. The last 2 goals have gone to the Bison.
We mentioned Bucknell had a couple of breakdowns. That was a breakdown from Dartmouth in transition. And then once they got to the point here, you see Davis standing at the side of the net, and Dartmouth doesn't quite know what to do, and it's a good finish again from Meyer.
Julin. Back top side. Around the horn it will go. Moore thought about it. He's got a heavy shot if he can get it away from the perimeter, but that angle got closed down quickly by Tallarico. Bouncer towards the net coming from Stahl. Save made by Renault. Hopkins looking for options. Hopkins will carry topside. Doolin swimming with it. Up top, Davis lets go from distance and scores! Morrell looks skyward. He wants that one back, but Davis has his 4th tally of the afternoon, and the Bison have scored 3 straight to shrink the lead to 1.
Well, he's not silent anymore, is he? Now he's got 4 goals, and he's all over the place. And again, not really much else Dartmouth can do defensively, except maybe Morrell could stop the shot, but it's moving pretty good, as you see there from distance.
Since then, 3 straight goals by the Bison. After Powers' third of the afternoon, made it a 4-goal advantage at 11-7. Bucknell, as McGill works his way to the front. McGill went into the crease.
I think ill-advised there from McGill. He's trying to force something there. Bucknell's been patient when they had to be here, or when they wanted to be.
It's Brunner just across the line. Davis working low. Jump towards net, and it's in, and we're tied. Meyer with the finish.
Did not look like Meyer had much of an angle there at all, but he found it. And all the momentum is on Bucknell's side right now. I mentioned Meyer's a big dude, 6'3", 218. Just found a way. Another one Morrell, I think, wants back there. It wasn't much of an angle there, but he's able to find it. It's hard to even tell in our replay where it went in.
Davis turns. Can't find an angle. John Young will follow Davis. Trying to find his space. Davis lets it go. No problem for Renault on the save. Brunner backing away. Comes over to Hopkins. Muscling towards the front. Hopkins elevates, and he lands in the crease. So possession will come back to the Big Green.
It would be interesting to see if that went in, whether it would have counted, but when it didn't go in, he was in the crease pretty obviously.
Keith bounces off of a hit, but needs some help. Just running for his life. Now knocked out from behind, but scooped up by McGill. Comes over now. Power towards the net. Power. Nifty footwork to avoid the crease. Now he feeds up top. Keith, let's go, and Keith scores. Harrison Keith, the sophomore, his first ever collegiate tally, puts Dartmouth back in front.
Another kid from Fairfield, Connecticut, but this Power makes that play again, who barely avoided going into the crease himself and then drew two defenders, and Dartmouth's back in front.
Great look at it coming here. You talked about Power, what he was able to do, and then comes back up top, Zulin. Wide it goes, Grandolfo. Gogan got to stick to it, hands him off to O'Neal. Gogan's gone back to the middle of the defense. Boykin looking for an angle. Morrell able to make the save, clamps down on it. 14th save of the afternoon for Mason Morrell. His career high is 21. Did that against Princeton last year.
Let's try a sneak attack shot there right now, but Morrell was ready for it.
The next goal will bring us to a stoppage. Will the momentum be with Bucknell for tying the game up, or for the Big Green to push in the lead the 2? We'll see. Flip comes across. Zappatello with an angle. Zappatello, let's go. That one saved in front. The Big Green celebrating like they thought the ball was scored.
Referee had a good angle on it. He said it hit the crossbar and didn't go in.
Quick feed comes to the front. Pumped, and Davis can't get a shot away.
Thought for all the world like you're going to see the net ripple there, but Davis couldn't get out of his stick.
The high alley up top will back it away. Little spin. Power. Looking. Power. Firing, and Power does it again. 4th of the afternoon for Thomas Power, and he puts his team back up by 2. Less than 5 to go here in Hanover. Buckle up, everyone. Thomas Power getting his way to the net with another finish. Dartmouth hanging on right now, 13-11 over Bucknell.
He's used to the cold at least.
Paradine warded away. Dartmouth in no rush here. Don't want to work it all the way down. You want to have it in Paradine. Let's go towards the net. Renault's able to make the save. Now it's 70 ticks to go. Ventarola leaving wide. Renault's back in his net now, as the turnover didn't come. Stahl's pass, though, knocked away. Great stick. It was Grandolfo that was able to knock it away. Frank Federaca talking to his squad. It comes in the cross of Mike Meyer. 4-point afternoon, 3 goals and an assist. Meyer up top. Meyer muscling his way through. Morrell's able to make the stop. Morrell running it out into space. Morrell has to weave with it. Now a little flip towards midfield, and Gogan. Net empty at the other side as the Bison have to get aggressive. Zappatello just throws it into space. Davis can't pull down the prayer. Azelby rakes at it, still loose on the deck. Tallarico will give chase.
Clock's still running, though.
He's just going to usher it across midfield. It goes, though, to the cross of Ventarola. And he's just going to try to play keep away. Ventarola running back behind his own net with it. He's just going to launch this one the length of the field. Inside 10 seconds to go.
Great feeling just to heave it down the field and watch the clock run.
Behind a dominant second quarter this afternoon, the Big Green in their season debut